Nothing brings people back together faster than 2 a.m., poor boundaries, and a little tequila sprinkled in for good measure. I'm Andrea Dindinger, a licensed marriage and family therapist, and today I want to talk to you about getting back together with your ex when you know you maybe should or need to say goodbye. I recently read this book, amazing book by Chelsea Handler, I'll Have What She's Having. And there's a paragraph in here that sums this dynamic up, and I'm wondering if you can relate. Here it goes. Then 3 months later, one of us would call the other at 2 a.m. We'd get back together and start the cycle again. Each time, I'd convince myself that enough time had elapsed for him to realize what he had lost in me. And because of that false notion, I always believed he was ready to change his entire way of being. I dated someone on and off for almost 2 years whom I didn't trust, who lied and cheated, but whom I kept going back to by believing I could change him and the relationship. I blamed him for all the toxic behavior, and then I blamed myself for lowering my own standards. Chelsea's not alone in going back to a toxic ex. I've done it. I'm sure you've done it. And the thing to know is that somebody shows you who they are, it's imperative that you believe them. If they show you that they attack you for not loading the dishes right in the dishwasher, they defend against why they cheated, that's who that person is, and they're not going to change. The number one sign to look for in somebody who's willing to actually grow and change is accountability and being non-defensive. If they have cheated on you, if they acknowledge what they have done and they with their whole heart apologize, and then they come up with how they're going to change and what that's about, and if you bring it up a second time because you get nervous and they defend, that person isn't going to change. That person hasn't taken ownership and understood the painful and hurtful behavior that they've engaged in that they're going to do again and again. There are a lot of times when we stop listening to ourselves, and it's probably the most painful thing that we can ever do. Thank you, Chelsea, for writing this book and sharing so honestly and openly. It's an amazing, amazing book. If you can't get into reading books right now because your attention is all over the place, this book will hold your attention. It's fast and fun and filled with great lessons that you're going to recognize in yourself. Remember, I am always out here rooting for you. Always, always, always. Take good care.